sure that when you're leaving the pit lane that you don't crash each other out. It is not, you're not allowed to stand inside of each other. You're not allowed to stand inside of each other when I call green flags. Easy. Alrighty. Let me get the thing. Alrighty. Right. So when when the green flags are called, you have to go around for one entire lap for 2 whole sectors. Please use that time to spread out on track. Leave some space to the car in front. Get your own little gap going, and please be safe, especially when leaving the grids. If one of you crashes out while leaving the pits, that's a easy penalty waiting. And please be respectful, be mindful when you abandon your lap to then yield to any cars behind you. We're gonna have green flags in 3 minutes. And please, once again, when you're leaving the pits, don't drive inside of each other. Spike got that launch mastered. Alrighty. The helicopter is too loud. Alright, that should be better. And then welcome to the viewers in the stream on YouTube, on the official Formula 5 YouTube channel now. We are in Formula 2 Malaysia, the Mariana Grand Prix. A beautiful, very, very controversial and difficult new track built by Ammo. One of my absolute favorites, actually. And this is where skill and defense and overtaking ability really matter. As we start qualifying here for round 2 with Spike in the, I think, Trident, going around the double hairpin-ish. Oh, and goes wide immediately, and I think will then abandon the lap. At that lap, his teammate Dimux just behind. And some drivers starting fast laps. A lot of drivers in the back, very much close together. I hope they all back out and leave each other space. Make sure that you leave each other space in the back here. I know it's very bunched up. And all the drivers very nicely away. 2 cars very closely together here. That will be Boren and I think that his teammate Sensi. Let me check. Boren and Sensi, indeed. And Dimux is back out of his lap. And Skillmax is now closing up on him. This really is the most competitive F2 grid ever. We have... Oh, okay, that was a spectator. That's fine. These really are these really are some of the best drivers in F2 we've ever seen. Currently, we have Spike, championship contender last season, came very much within the very close grasp of it, and is now, sorry, the race comps are interrupting me, and is now back to try again, and very much with a fury, has shown incredible pace so far, and is of course known to be one of the best drivers on the F2 grid. Then Sensi, also back from last season, starting midway through last season, but absolutely dominating in his own right, getting way up the championship order before it ended. And Boren coming back after team managing for a long time, now back on the F2 grid in the high tech together with Sensi. Dimux, Spike's teammate now, and then also extremely competitive and fast driver MM7, the F2 champion, of course, known to be insanely fast and just absolutely out of this world. then Apple getting up from F3 last season, looking to make his mark here. Skillmax would have easily been able to contend the F3 championship last season, but had a huge hiatus in the middle of the season, which took him out of contention. For first, then Oven, also a driver from last season, and there's a car very slow in the hairpin, but that seems not to have caused any issues. And Play One, a reserve driver that kind of came out of nowhere last season, did quite well in every series he competed in. Didero also back from an OG in F2, used to race for Prema, and UNI virtuosi before that. Mr. Brian, Skolop, Majimbo, Arthur Promax, and Anthony closing out. Arthur also coming back from F2 Season 4. And there he goes on a fast lap, I believe. Let's see if we can catch any of the leaders who may be contending for pole today on a fast lap. And I think this is Spike going over the line as we speak. So let's see. And he does appear to boost through the zigzags into the double hairpin through the first sector, taking those hairpins very, very nice and tight on the apex, then flat through this chicane, taking a really tight line. You want to be very smooth on the exit, then hug that apex that's barely a corner. And then here you also want to be very quick through this section. You got to be maximizing the exit of the corner, otherwise you're losing speed all the way down this straight. Then a short lift for the 135, and then keeping it flat and as tight as possible on this entire U-turn. Then into the S's leading to the hairpin. This hairpin has a special property that makes it very slidey, and we see Spike sliding around there, a little exaggerated almost, and boosts back, then hugging the right side to take the corner flat up the hill, maybe a little boost. Then the oh, and I think he's backed out of the lap. It looks as though he's backed out of the lap to try again. Yeah, he's not boosting, so he's gonna be boosting over the line. Yeah, there you go. And then he's gonna try again. Okay. So once again, putting a lap in. And two cars very close together. Sensi and MM7 starting their laps in extremely close proximity. I don't know what happened here. Both taking a similar line though. And both of these drivers known to be some of the fastest. And Sensi looks like he's a little faster on this lap right now, but the difference is of course absolutely minuscule. These drivers performing at the top of their game. This is a very technical track. Drivers who practice and drivers who know how to take a corner and maximize the car's performance very much benefit here. So it is really important to be in control of your car and just very nice and clean through the hairpin for both of them, going up on the curb on exit and just really getting the max out of that corner. Sensi, I think that might just be some netcode, them hitting the wall, but I hope that doesn't impact their laps. And I think Spike might be finishing. Yes, that means these are the first finishers of qualifying. Once Oven or Play One cross the line, it'll be over. Diamox finishing his last lap. Borin close behind. Let's see if we can get a good view here. Apple in the VAR, Versatile in the MP, Scalemax in the Prema. Sorry, what? Yes. Alright, some unnecessary comms. And penalty submissions. Alright, thank you everybody very much for coming to qualifying. For those who marry, we'll get you on the spreadsheet anyways. We'll be starting from the back. If you have any penalties, please submit them after I open the penalty submission window and type in QPO. I don't need help with screenshots. Perfect. And this. out the grid, and you're gonna follow me around. Please keep some distance to the safety car, and make sure that you don't crash into each other as well. So we have first, then Versatile, Skillmax, Boren, Sensi, Apple, Pixel, Scullop, Spikenberg, Anthony, Jimbo, Didero, Dimux, Mr. Brian, Owen, Play, Arthur, Robert, and Alejandro. Do you like the safety car? No, the session is not locked. I finally found a way to have it completely unlocked. Oh, okay. People are joining and spectating, so that might be a unique issue, unfortunately. But it is definitely open, so keep trying. It'll be open for the whole event. Alright, please make sure to line up on the grid in your grid position. The pole position is on the left side. Stevie, look, I have a cool safety car. Yes, please. Alright, we have the last car on the grid. What? Oh, what the fuck? So you're not able to safety car? Okay. Right, everybody is on the grid. Perfect. That means we have green flags, full comms. We have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. We have lights out and away we
and
go.
It's lights out and away we go here at Malaysia, making it now into turn 1. MM7 takes the lead. We've got a mad scramble with the pack further back. 3-4 wide. We've got 1 car off. Keeps the lead so far. We've got a huge contact there. We've got 2 cars off, 3 cars off. Still keeps the lead. Versatile just behind him. Spike just behind that. We have several cars off, but it looks like no safety car at the moment. The race is still going. We've got more cars wide again, but we are continuing at the moment. And Versatile are escaping into the distance, but the pack behind are very close together. There is 1-2 car lengths separating them all at most. A huge gap already as some contacts further back has really put the rest of the pack behind. They're escaping. Versatile on the back wing of MM7. Right into the next corner we go, into the 3rd sector. We've got chaos further back. Everyone is really crammed up together now.
Make sure you have your brake
Peffz, see
light
that?
off, unless you want to get a reprimand.
Side by side on the main straight now, almost just behind Versatile by looks like a lower downforce or a different tyre strategy. But Versatile going again with the KERS enabled, speeding into the 1st turn.
Alrighty, hello Alfie, welcome
hello.
to the stream as well.
Thank you
so much for joining the commentary booth. Oh, re-enter safely please, re-enter safely in the double hairpin.
Alright,
yellow flags. Please keep it clean. Alright, we do have... Oh, whoa, there is definitely one car very much off VTAC getting fucking bodied. Holy shit, did you see that?
No, so I'm trying to figure out... Yeah, right, okay, people can hear me and call.
Yes.
Alright, it looks like we do have... Oh, wait, that's a safety car, right, okay. Gotcha. Alright, MM7 still in the lead with Versatile behind. They've been very close so far. And further back, everyone's still close together, but at the same time, people are spread out to a decent extent at the moment.
Oh, and Skillmax is off again. Rejoining.
Oh, and almost an unsafe entry there, further back from that Prema. Again, round the final corner and onto the main straight. It looks like Versatile using his curves early, trying to bait out MM7. He uses his later on, back up to about a 3 or 4 car length distance now. Be interesting to see how tire strategy. I'm talking about at the front, MM7 and Versatile.
Oh yeah, but like the live action of the stream. For a second, I couldn't tell.
Live action. I've just got stream on the second one.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Versatile really keeping up well with
the
Prema here, actually.
His pace is matching.
It's insane. I would have expected MM7 to just be running away with it at this stage, but Spike and Versatile both very much keeping with him, keeping him on his toes.
MM7 with a contact into the wall. Only a small thing, but every minor point of a second is going to count here. And yeah, Versatile looking aggressive. He's thirsty for this first win. We'll have to see how that goes.
Oh, and he does boost up to the back of MM7 a little bit. Here
right on him now.
Take that flat out, and Versatile seems to have a slightly better line, but MM7 gets the run up the hill. And then, oh, and Versatile makes a mistake!
Oh!
Yellow flags last corners. Oh, and
his aggression, it goes sideways.
I think
it's
that
backfired
might be
on him.
Is that a missing front wing?
We will have to see. He's going for an overtake at the moment, or he's at least going behind.
Car disconnected.
That is a disconnect.
Can I get a confirmed location on that car?
Can't see that at the moment. We'll have to see if we can find that. In the meanwhile, it looks like, yeah, Versatile definitely hasn't lost his front wing because he's carrying on going, making a nice overtake there, but then contact further back, almost with some damage. And as I say that, I realise Peffz is looking for the lost car, so you can't actually see what I'm talking about. But hopefully, with the track layout of Malaysia, this car should be off track. But we'll update that shortly.
It does seem to be off track, and I am once again following the action.
Good, good.
Oh, Versatile down in 5th now, getting chased down by Sensi, who's also very hungry for this win. Sensi losing position after qualifying. Spike.
Oh, we got contacts there. Further back on the hairpin, overtaking Versatile though, and just blocks him off into the next turns.
My guy, Spike is in 2nd. He started in 9th. There wasn't even a safety car. Spike driving his like out of just so fucking well here, out of his mind.
He wants to be in that contention with the Prema boys, and as I say that, I realise I should close the stream because I keep looking at where you are and realising it's 30 seconds behind.
Oh, side by side, Versatile and Jimbo through the zigzags. Now Jimbo has the inside on the first corner. He pushes Versatile wide. Versatile pushes back. Still side by side now, going into the bush chicane, but Jimbo boosts ahead. Versatile choosing to save that boost, and Jimbo goes off track, hits the slowdown. That's Versatile through with some safe curse boost. Skull Up now very much behind Mad Jimbo, closing in, but Versatile doesn't boost on the back straight here. That puts him right back behind Mad Jimbo.
Oh, and we've got contact into the wall there. Is that going to be any damage there? We've got a lot of contact, and that's a double car crash. 2 cars off.
Safely, please.
Versatile completely off into the wall. He's going to be back at the back of the grid. He is not going to be happy right now.
So much. That was just really unfortunate for the MP there. He doesn't look to have any damage, I think.
But from fighting for the win to out of the points behind his teammate Pixel, now in 13th.
I think that might have been Skull Up returning that position, otherwise I don't know why, unless he has damage. Oh yeah, he probably has damage. Alright. I'm gonna hurry to pick up with the leaders once again.
Peffz, you might want to make a mention to Denise's. He's literally like 3 helicopters above the action in some of these corners, like sat above him.
Oh, go.
I don't know if it's going to be causing any lag for
make
them.
sure to fly adequately high, please. Right.
Got what has happened to Arthur down in P19? He's almost with MM7 by the looks of it. I don't know what happened there. Was that an early pit from some damage or just a car off track? We'll have to see. But it looks like P3 of Smurge Apple catching up on Spike. Does he go for the dive bomb? And it looks like a lag crash. Sort of, and that's a re-entry from Spike there. Bit of contact side by side. Spike side by side with Sensi by the looks of it. Spike ends up taking that position, but we'll have to see if he keeps it into the final sector. I don't know what happened there with Smurge, whether he's going to have to give that position up, or whether he'll just receive a lag warning for that. But Spike, still on the outside, just closes the gap into the final corner. Right, yeah, we will have to see if that has any consequences afterwards. But Spike, just in front of Sensi now. We'll have to see if anything happens into this first corner, and a bit of contact between the helicopters.
Classic. Oh, and Sensi with a much better line through there.
Right, maybe I'll go a bit higher, you can be lower.
1 sec. If people around you are lagging, make sure to just not send it down the inside. Make sure to just outdrive your opponent. Don't go for super risky moves if they are lagging a lot for you. Don't hang it around the outside. Be careful. It's just something you have to live with in GTA.
Ooh, talking about being careful, but that's a contact from Spike there. Sends him wide. Surely he's going to give that position back.
They were giving each other no space at all. Huge ping between these drivers, of course. Sensi from America, Spike from Sweden.
Still wheel to wheel. He's not giving it up. So we'll have to see if that results in anything later. But yeah, that was definitely a cheeky little nudge to tap him wide.
That was really intense, especially in that part of the track, the hairpin being so slippery that it's very, very dangerous very quickly. And I think that Arthur already with blue flags and MM7 making his way through the second, into the second sector now.
Side by side, they've gone through the entire first sector. There's a bit of contact there. Is that Dimux and Mad Jimbo or Dimux and Brian? They kept it all the way down the main straight through the first sector. Wasn't wanting to give that one up.
Oh, and Dimux and Mad Jimbo are really close still.
They don't want to give up any positions there.
Fighting for their fucking lives. Is this for points? This is for points for 6th position. That's some important points in the constructors, so they'll be eager to be the person ahead. Further ahead, yet Smurge Apple as defending from Boren, the VAR driver against the ex-VAR driver, and probably some ping between these cars as well. Gonna have to be careful. And Smurge gets a really good launch out of the last corner, but Boren is right behind them. Both of these drivers coming to the first full season in F2 again. Boren, of course, once a championship contender, and Apple driving in F3 last season. And Arthur does have blue flags coming up. Thank you very much for taking care of that.
And
and Apple into the pits.
Oh wow, will that must be a tyre strategy, I assume, because I didn't see any damage there. I'm gonna assume that'll be softs at the start. Yeah, I don't really know the strategies here, but what I do want to know is MM7's strategy, escaping into the distance, 2 corners ahead from Boring by the looks of it. A huge gap already. We've seen him do this before at Rome. MM7, he gets that gap at the beginning, and then he gets a free stop.
Sorry, Arthur. Oh no, that was Arthur yielding blue flags. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, Arthur. Yeah.
Blue flags for him again, gives that
Arthur,
away.
A lot of blue flags coming up. Make
yeah.
sure you yield them.
That is going to be very unfortunate for him. But yeah, MM7 already escaping. What happened to the other Premier driver, Skillmax, down in 15th? What happened there? Did he have a bad qualifying, or has he been involved in the crash?
He qualified in 3rd, but he got absolutely bodied in the first corner, or like the first few corners. Really, really, really bad start for him, just getting crashed out. Same with the Versatile. You know, even Versatile didn't get it that bad. Skillmax really down there suffering. We've seen him make great comebacks, but he has his work cut out for him today. This is going to have to be a huge drive from the Prema driver to get any points here, let alone really good points. I can't even see him coming into the zigzags now. Sorry,
yeah, talking about comebacks, we've got Versatile with, by the looks of it, just a bit of a gap between him and the next cars, and down from fighting to first, down to 11th, 1 point out of the points. No, 1 position out of the points. It's going to be, I've got to say, being in that position before, it is very depressing when you go from fighting for it all for fighting for very, very nothing.
Yeah, I get that. I can't relate, but, you know. Anyways. Oh yeah, I am having some lag spikes now, but I can't do much about that. The drivers, of course, always have to look out for some netcode. There's never a perfect connection GTA because it's not server-based. And Spy getting overtaken by Mad Jumbo, almost boosting down the main straight to maintain that position. Also from very far up now, kind of falling behind the Trident driver. Almost surprisingly has to battle for 5th place here. And neither of them go into the pits.
Into the pits further back though. Who is that? Mr. Brian into the pits further back. That'll relegate him out of the points. Let's see how far back. Coming in at like P78.
Now 3 corners ahead.
Oh wow. Oh wow, these are some very long pits. Mr. Brian leaving now. Whereabouts is he going to come out? Looks like it'll be P12, but he's going to have to defend for his life from Morty, his old teammate. Is it still a current teammate? I can't remember. But just behind. Are they still together?
Mr. Brian is Dams and Morty is... I don't see Morty on the spreadsheet.
Oh, he apparently DNF'd in quali and didn't get put down on the spreadsheet. Oh. So he just started at the back. But actually, now that I think about it, Miss Morty started from, P19, P20, and now up to 12th. So that is a good comeback for him already, but still a little bit away from those points.
Let me see if I can get a good look at their liveries, and they do seem like they have a similar nose cone, but that's a dark blue and a lighter blue, so I don't think they're still teammates.
Into the pits, do we have... Oh, we've got a contact on the pit entry. Oh, that could have gone very, very bad. Too wide down the straight before the pit entry. The one on the outside dives in, and the one on the inside tries to take the corner, just merely avoiding a huge crash. That would have been a guaranteed safety car there. Did not realise we didn't have any pit lines there. Completely forgot about that. One thing I was going to mention, whilst the start was definitely safety car worthy, I'm so glad you didn't call one, because at the end of the day, we just love to see them racing. And when we keep them going like this, it makes things so much better. Maybe it does spread them out. I mean, MM7, he's got half the straight now, but still further back, this racing is intense, and the skill we're seeing from these drivers is top quality, just below F1.
Absolutely. You know, I said in the beginning of qualifying, I believe, I introduced the drivers, and this is just one of the most competitive grids in F2 that we have ever seen. You know, MM7, Skillmax, Spike, Versatile, Apple, Pixel, Borin, Sensi, and Didero, you know, all either OGs or multiple race winners, or people who are just have shown so much pace and so much potential. This is such a strong grid this season, and to be competing for MM7 to be this far out is honestly insane. You know, these are really some of the most amazing drivers. The high-techs, both Borin and Sensi together, going super fast in unison. We saw this from the Premas in Rome last time around, but look where MM7 is. If Skillmax hadn't crashed, you would wonder whether it would just be the Premas, the high-techs, and then everybody else.
We'll have to see if it's like that in the constructor standings, or if we have any twists. But yeah, MM7, we'll have to see how many seconds he's got now. But honestly, he's going to end up a full sector ahead at this rate. His pace is just unmatched, going a bit wide there. But he does not have to worry with how much of a gap he's got. Sensi and Borin, I'm going to assume, just trying to stay composed. Obviously, no slipstream like last season, so being next to each other. Oh, Is that both into the pits? Both high-techs go into the pit lane.
Yeah,
Looks like a glitch on the entry there. One overtakes. Yeah.
Their strategy will be synced up, of course. You know, their teammates. So that does make sense. Let's see where they come out.
Yeah, we'll have to see if coming round. Ooh, looks like they're gonna come out side by side with Verstiled. Verstiled in a high-tech sandwich at the moment. Oh, Pixel, sorry. Pixel goes side by side with them now.
Oh, Boren, then Pixel, then Sensi, and then Apple. They're in a little train here, and the high-techs are gonna be looking to escape this train because they want to use their fresh tires just for pure pace. And around the hairpin, oh my, Apple almost sends one down on Sensi. Boren already running away with it a little bit, escaping the pack here, and Pixel looking a little compromised on the exit. Sensi looking for that position now. Oh, but he makes a mistake, and that's Apple on the inside of Sensi into the last corner. He goes ahead of the high-tech.
The high-tech has a better exit, though. Is he going to use that curse to go side by side? He uses it to go side by side and ahead. Is there any left in... Is it Smurge's car there? No, it looks like he cedes the position to Pixel, who's now on the podium out of nowhere. Real shame for high-tech there, but still up in the top 5.
Oh, and is Sensi cracking a little bit under the pressure? Apple looks to be taking better lines. Sensi with the fresher tire here, but the pressure is getting to him. He's making small mistakes that are just keeping him behind Pixel, and he keeps having to defend from Apple, which isn't helping his case either. Boring.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Will we get much teaming from the high-techs here, trying to slow down Pixel so Sensi can get past? Or is Sensi just going to get stuck behind Pixel? He goes for the lunge.
Sends it down the inside.
Oh, he got contact.
Very dicey there.
Yep, Smurge, he's just going to wait. He'll wait and he will wait for an opportunity to get past. And because he just has to bide his time. Yeah, he's just got to bide his time, wait for that crash or wait for that dive bomb, and he can take that position. But Boren has just got to escape now, and it looks like he is. But he's got to keep building that gap. Are they going to go side by side here? The high-tech and the MP Pixel just blocking him off. Will he try and make a move? He goes for a dummy. Is he going to go side by side? He is.
Oh,
will he keep the position?
Deep into the corner. Has the inside for the second corner though. He exits. Pixel boosts instantly. So does Apple. So does Sensi. Pixel actually keeps it ahead for now. Boring
almost
now really escaping the pack. You see how much battling loses you time.
Absolutely, but yeah, this is... I've got a feeling this is going to end in a very, very bad way with how close this is getting, but at the same time we could see a spectacular overtake here. Pixel now just sneaking back up on Boren, Sensi just behind. We've got to see if high-tech can pull something out of the bag, and that's contact on a huge crash. I don't know what's happened there.
That was Demon Drag. Both drivers rushing around to get the checkpoint. Both re-entering safely, but that was absolutely beautiful Demon Drag. That's exactly what you were talking about. All it takes is one incident and they're out of contention, and that puts Apple and Sensi still in 3rd and 4th, but miles behind Boren and Apple now.
All he had to do, Apple, all he had to do was wait. We've got the MPs together now of Verstiled and Pixel. Verstiled making it back up into the high points. We'll have to see if he can get any more.
Pixel will want to get past Sensi because then he can slow down Sensi to help his teammate, but unless he gets that overtake, Arthur Pro Max blue flags please. Unless he gets that overtake, he'll be useless to his teammate because then he might just hold him up, you know?
Absolutely. Man, these pits are really baiting me out. I think I feel like people's pitting every lap. That line.
It is a really interesting pit. I really like it.
Yeah, we've got, it's strange, Malaysia, in a very controversial track. People love it, some people hate it. I mean, it's the same with all tracks, but we've definitely had some very vocal opinions on it. But I have to say, no matter what you think on it, you can't deny it's going to have some amazing racing with these corners. I mean, I cannot wait to see F1.
Sensi had a terrible hairpin, sent it way down the inside even though there was nobody there. I don't know if he was trying to defend or something, but Pixel just taking the perfect racing line and gaining way a lot of time on him. Still stuck behind him though, and gets a bad exit. His teammate now all over his back, the two MPs together, and that's Versatile actually past Peffz. I wonder whether there were team orders involved there. Now it's Versatile's turn to hunt down Sensi, and Sensi still trying desperately to get away from these cars, and not making it through those corners.
Oh,
Versatile hits the slowdown. He goes wide off track, and that costs him greatly. Sensi now with a bigger breakaway again. His hunt down Apple begins.
Wow, both MP cars with a mistake as Versatile takes the position back. Pixel sends it a bit too deep into the apex and spins a little. But it's going to be a ticking clock for these MPs because unless they've already pit and I'm unaware, High Tech, they've got a while. MP, they need to get past and get the strike position. Because is that AMMOkray sneaking up behind? He's waiting for his opportunity. It won't be long until he's within striking distance now.
I wonder whether has pit yet. I'm gonna ask. MM7, have you pit yet? Okay, thank you.
Spike now with the MPs. A lot of controversy between... not Spike, AMMOkray. But MP versus VAR last season, now with Charouz by the looks of it from that livery, unless something is completely changed.
I think. Wait, which car did you say, Charouz?
I'm talking about AMMOkray. I don't know. I'm a little bit rusty on these liveries, but that. Wait, why does Trident have that livery? That is literally Charouz.
No.
Hang on, who's a Charouz driver? Let me go have a look at that.
Charouz, Oven, and Play. And you know what the funny thing is? They have the Trident livery.
Wait, so they've just done the switcheroo?
Yes.
Well, that's not confusing at all.
I was very confused. All right, coming around the coming into the Bush chicane now, and he's actually going into the pit, so he might have his body parts repaired. No, he does not. But yeah, that is definitely the old Trident livery in the pits right now. I'm gonna pick up with the leaders again. MM7 having pitted, coming around the last turn now. Huge gap from him now on fresh tires. Gonna be able to just pull that more and more.
Huge gap with him, but not with AMMOkray though. Just behind these MPs, he's been waiting for a pounce. Could we see a beautiful double overtake, or we're gonna see some MP double defending? He's using his curves. Is he going to go side by side or just linger behind? He'll send it on the inside, but he'll just get caught off by the looks of it. Almost some contact there, then moves onto the inside. And looks like he's going to take that position unless that MP has anything left to take back at him.
Oh,
goes wide though.
Past and goes into the pits. Interesting strategy.
Oh, wow. Right.
So the MPs are splitting their strategy, trying to undercut AMMOkray. AMMOkray now in relatively fresh air, so is Versatile. Spike up in 7th, so that's just behind his teammate. And yeah, there he is. Has overtaken Pixel, I think.
By the looks of it, yes.
Pixel's all the way down in 10th. Wow.
Oh wow, yeah. Demoted very far. I mean, I can't
11th.
stop.
Bro, wow.
That's tough. I can't stop staring in awe at this gap that MM7 has now. I know we can't stop talking about it, but Boring starts the final straight, the main straight, and MM7, he's already into the second, third corner. He's... the gap is insane.
3-car battle in the back. Sorry to interrupt you, but there's a 3-car battle over 9th place right now. Pixel just ahead, and there's contact. Yellow flags, 3rd sector entry on the uphill. Yellow flags for skill max. Watch out. Alright, we have green flags again on the uphill. Sorry, there was a 2-car collision. Pixel very much benefiting from that. Those 2 cars he's not going to have to worry about.
Peffz, would you like to quickly open your Delta and hit a checkpoint? And we can show people the positions. Actually, well... oh, we've got... oh wait, no, that's the stream. Yeah, they definitely got stuck there. Let me get all caught up. Where are we now?
I need to hit this checkpoint.
Alright. Let me see if I can find any action further back. People starting to spread out. It's calmed down a bit for now, but it looks like skill max with Anthony and one other there.
MM7 only has a 1-second gap. What? No.
Huh? No, that's a glitch. Because he's entering the first turn now and Boring is just hitting the start-finish line. But looks
what
like
the fuck?
Smurge, further back though, Smurge has just caught back up. No, sorry, Sensei has just caught back up with Smurge after all that contact. So yeah, who was the other one in the battle? I've completely forgotten. But Skillmax now, the one in P11 I've just noticed. And into the pits is that Smurge Apple. It is. So on the podium initially, we'll have to see how far back he goes with 1 MP in of Versatile. And that is Teton disconnecting, not a driver. We'll have to see, is Pixel in on the same lap, or will it be different? We'll have to see where Versatile gets demoted to here.
Spike goes past Versatile and Apple as well.
Is Pixel going in? Pixel is not going in. Has he already pitted? Has he got better tyre strategy? We'll have to see.
No,
because
Pixel
like
just pitted 1 lap ago. The MPs were splitting their strategy.
ah, yeah, right, smart. Sorry, I'm completely
So
blind. I was
Diamox, that's the one they were battling with. Diamox has not pitted yet, so Diamox is doing the overcut. If Diamox has a faster in-lap than they have an out-lap, then he will be able to gain position, and I think he is looking good on that because there is some traffic going on. So we will keep with the Trident driver here, and I'm gonna see whether he goes into the pits. If not, then that means he's on a different tire strategy, and then it becomes just completely unpredictable. So going into the double hairpin now, looks a little deep there. I wonder whether his tires are wearing away, and he goes for another lap. Alright, so then Diamox is on a different strategy here, keeping ahead of the MPs by quite a large margin.
Thought I'd ask the community, the viewers, and by the looks of it, I've asked, does MM7 have this win in the bag? And 83% of people are convinced he does. We'll have to see, is that 17% the Prema haters? But I honestly, I mean, I'd love to see a safety car, have things spice up. So that side-by-side down the main straight there with Player 1 and VTAC. But actually, no. Who is VTAC? Is he Junior Formula approved? Is that reserve? I don't actually know. But side-by-side into the end of the first sector. We got contact there. Just bumps him now.
Sorry, I'm catching back up with MM7 now. But what are... Oh, you're watching further back. I see
yeah.
now.
Yeah, I keep realizing if I talk about completely different people, the viewers can't actually see anything.
Yeah, it's still entertaining. You can still get it from the audio description. I just had to do some settings. Wow, VTAC very narrowly ahead of Play 1 now. Play 1 actually sending one down the inside into the S's, tries to get ahead into the hairpin. So late on the brakes, but he does get the position. VTAC very... Oh, and there's contact! VTAC boosting straight into the back of Play 1.
Oh wow,
that almost looked like dirty driving there. That's definitely going to be a penalty for VTAC.
Well, he did just give the position back though, but we'll have to see. That was definitely...
No, he went off. I think that was another incident. I think he just went off.
Yeah, but I did see him work. We'll have to see it later on. But yeah, no, you're definitely right. That looked dirty to say the least, unless we just had some form of mistake there.
And this is currently over 17th place. Wow, that is a quite intense battle then. Oh, and MM7 is really closing up to the back of these markers, to the back markers now. VTAC going really slowly now. MM7 flying through here, and VTAC very much letting him pass. Very nice from the VAR driver there.
Let me see if I can find any other action. At the moment, people are pretty spread out. We do have a couple of 1 or 2 car battles, but not much, not as intense as the start. We'll have to see. I mean, I know after race directing for a year now that things can go crazy. We can have a car disconnect in the middle of the track. We can have a safety car out of nowhere. I don't think we don't have rain, do we though? I believe that is the one thing we don't have.
I have to interrupt the stream for 1 second. We'll be right back.
No problem.
Or no, you can still talk. I just need to. I have to potentially show IPs.
Ah, right, yeah. Right, I'll see if I can find anything else. But yeah, like I said, everyone very, very spread out now. A few people in the pits, but not much else at the moment. Sensi and Bor and the high techs Looks like P2 and P3, they'll definitely be happy with that. Smurge Apple in P4, and then Versatile back up to P5, but nowhere near that P2 where he was just searching for that P1. Didn't happen though. Very unfortunate for him. Are we yet to see MM7 pit though? Unless he's gone unnoticed, I don't see a pit yet. He's still going, and that'll be VTAC in the pits by the looks of it. The high-tech's just lapping there. Yeah, it looks like MM7 will be coming up on even more blue flags for these cars. His pace is just crazy. I really want to know what tyre strategy he's on now. We'll have to see after the race. No, undoubtedly when he is in the race interview.
Who should I spectate?
Oh, I don't know everyone's. MM7's just coming up on lap cars, but let me see if I can find any other action. We've got Try Oven. He's just behind someone else.
Alright.
I'll see if I can find anything else.
No, I'm gonna stay with MM7 here. This is a whole new streaming experience then. Okay, wow. MM7 coming up on some back markers. Actually, coming up on Owen. Just in 16th place, MM7 keeping it really, and there's Owen off track, and that was really close from MM7 there. Little too close for comfort, very much on the racing line. And now coming up on set Morty. So Morty blue flags.
Just have to interrupt you there quickly, we had Spike and Pixel absolutely going at it with each other, and we know how aggressive these drivers are, and by the looks of it, exit of the hairpin, they had a contact there. Spike taking the spot, Pixel going a few seconds back, but we know how aggressive these guys can get, because every position, oof.
I'm with them now, Spike just ahead of Pixel for the moment, but Pixel very much closing up the MP, looking mean in the background. Oh, this is so good. Watch the stream, bro, I'm sorry, look at this shit.
I'm looking now, that is amazing.
Oh, this is such a beautiful POV. The nose of Spike looks really clobbered, but for the moment he's keeping it ahead of Pixel, really throwing it into these corners, hard line racing. Going into the S's now, Pixel closing up to the back of him though. Might set one down the inside, he doesn't. Gets a slightly better exit out of the hairpin though.
TGIS, welcome to the stream, one of the providers of our amazing graphics for the Formula V YouTube. I know you mentioned multiple POVs last time, but hopefully this is one better. We've got Peffz's mod menu here with a mix of the helicopter and driver POVs. I mean, this is going to make things incredible. I mean, start the race, can you imagine? Whew.
Oh my god, I'm definitely going to do that next time.
Absolutely.
Because then I can see a safety car fine, you know, if there is
one. You can be the drivers.
Exactly. I literally am the drivers like this. Oh, Spike faking out Pixel almost. That was a little wobble there. Almost looking like he was going to go into the pits. And I'm going to switch over to Pixel's POV here. If I can see him. There you go. There he is. So Pixel, the chasing car with Skillmax behind in 9th place, coming all the way back up after being so far down the order. Oh yeah, Alfie, you're being noticed in YouTube chat.
Am I? Yeah, that is me. I am Alfie. Sorry, I'm very distracted. I'm trying to find some interesting battles for the viewers we have at the moment. It looks like the main one though, Pixel, Spike, and then Skillmax undoubtedly will be joining them soon. Let me see if I can find anything else. MM7 coming up on even more blue flags soon enough. Is he still yet to pit? I'm amazed. Can we get a lap count actually? By the way, I want to see where we are in the race at the moment now.
It's going toward the end. I think it was.
Oh yeah! Wow. 40th minute coming up.
Which
now.
lap are we on? Which lap
You got
are
any
we
response? We'll see if Peffz gets a response for what lap we're on. Did you get one?
31st. We are on the
31st
lap.
5 laps to go, so most strategies will be complete here. But as I say that, into the pits Anthony goes, just out of the points though, but that's going to be tough for him, picking near the end, already out of the points. I don't see much hope for him climbing back up, but it looks like everyone else should be finished with their strategy now. And even closer than ever, I don't know if he's still spectating them, Pixel,
Yep.
Spike and Skillmax still together. Pixel into the final corner, just behind Spike. Is he going to use that curse to try to go side by side, or is Spike going to have more? Skillmax looking to close the gap, all within 3-4 car lengths of each other now. This is going to be an interesting battle to the end, because neither of them, well, all three of them, they're all going to be fighting hard for these positions. A good entry from exit from all three, but Pixel goes wide. Sorry, too wide. I can't speak today, but just cedes the position back to Spike, who keeps it for now. But as this goes on, Skillmax is going to catch up more and more.
Look at the stream.
Oh wow, that is amazing.
Oh my god. Do you see this?
I'm 30 seconds behind, but I'm seeing some of it. Pixel once again just behind Spike, half a car length now. He goes side by side. Is he going to go for the dive? He just backs out. Is he going to send it again? No, he plays it smart.
I got
he
that
waits.
helmet cam, bro.
Oh wow, I've just seen that is amazing. He's going to go side by side again, is Pixel. Looks like he's trying to bait a mistake or something here. He stays behind again, but he'll just be waiting now, as well as Skillmax, who will also want that amazing opportunity, just like Smurge had earlier. But yeah, Skillmax will just be catching. Let's see, will anything happen, or is it just going to be within 3 car lengths to the end?
Oh,
looks like Skillmax
goes for it.
with the curse takes the position. That looks like some saving of curse there, so he could get that on the straight. I mean, it's no surprise there with the skill of Skillmax. He was very obviously going to get that from Pixel at some point, but Pixel now goes side by side. Looks like some different curse management, but on the outside doesn't take it, unfortunately. Skillmax still hunting though, now for Spike, now for the top 7, because every point is going to be helpful for Prema. I mean, MM7, he's getting maximum points. I don't know about the fastest lap, but he's done all he can. Skillmax, unfortunately, with a crash. We'll have to see if he can get any more. He's going to go for a dive again. He doesn't, but he's right behind him. I mean, you look at the lines of Skillmax, and they're perfect. Every corner, in, out, in, out. He has the most amazing exits. I mean, you know why this guy's at the front every single race.
I couldn't agree more. Skillmax is one of the most consistently amazing drivers in terms of lines. He switches between controller and mouse steering for this track.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Does it
so
wait? Does it actually?
every lap he's constantly switching between mouse steering and controller steering.
I mean, that sums it up. Oh, I mean, oh, he's driving this fast and he's switching between. I don't think I have the mental capacity. Not gonna lie to you, Peffz.
Me neither. That would be way too much for me.
But Pixel just falling back
Oh, wait
now.
1 second. Can I have...
We got anything else happening?
VTACT lap request, please. If you can, send your fastest lap. Oh, there might be a controversial fastest lap for VTACT.
Ooh, do we have any form of track limits there? We'll have to see. Has that just happened, or has that happened previously? Because if it's already happened, we might not get a lap request in time. Looks like Spike playing defensive against Skillmax, because Skillmax, he's fighting for that position. Keeps butting out his nose. He wants to force a mistake, as every smart driver would, because Spike's pace is matching him. He just has to find the opportunity. Pixel starting to fall a little bit behind now. Let's see if Skillmax's curves gaining will be better here. Looks like they're still side by side. Skillmax gonna go side by side, but on the outside, is he gonna go for a switch? He doesn't. He cedes it back and just falls behind. What, are we on 2-3 laps left now, Peffz?
Yeah, I think so. And I'm still...
Oh, that's a play 1 disconnect. That is a car disconnect. That'll be yellow flags across the track.
Can we have a confirmed location on the car, please? Can we have confirmed location on the car?
We'll have to see if we can find that car, hopefully on a runoff, but a disconnect for player 1 there. That could really spice things up.
Okay,
I don't see anything. Just whereabouts are we looking?
Pits, right by the pits.
Oh wow, right. Well, whereabouts are Skill Max? They will have just gone past it then by the looks of it. Let me go have a look at this quickly. I can't see him at the moment, but as long as he's not on the track, we should be fine. We got anything else interesting?
Safely. Oh, what the fuck just happened?
Hang on, pause. There's that Boring and Sensi fighting for second. Their teammates going at it. You might want to switch over to that, Peffz.
Yeah,
literally next to each other. Oh wow.
A prop just despawned for me. But they are fighting.
That'll be blue flags for someone. Let's have a check here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Morty yielded that very quickly. Born and Sensi very much fighting for it now. They're in second and third. You know, now it's just a free for all. Whoever is the faster driver out of these two is gonna be ahead by the end of this battle because they have clear air behind.
See, they've got to be smart here.
Thank you. MM7 is on the final lap of the race. So this is the last time that they will be coming around. MM7 already through the first sector. Didero in 13th being lapped way behind, and there's the two high-techs, Sensi and Boren. Sensi currently ahead, fighting over that second place. These two with an enormous gap behind them to the nearest car. Marvelous drive from them, but now it's a free-for-all. The two teammates both wanting this second place. They're going to be on the podium anyways, but who will have the higher step? It's all about this last single lap, and Boren takes a tighter line through there. Then Sensi gains a little bit of time on him. Curse management, of course, really mattering in these final stages on this last lap. If you boost on the last straight and you are ahead, then that's the last thing that really matters. Sensi still ahead by a good margin though. Boren sends it down the inside, both through the hairpin, getting really good exits. Boren
Can I just interrupt though? MM7 on the final straight. He'll cross the line now to take a second win, and what a race from him. Was he even overtaken once? I don't think he was. And that was amazing from him. High-techs towards the line now. Peffz, if you want to overtake again, we'll see if any curse comes into play here.
That is Sensi ahead for now. Boren does boost, but Sensi has it. He didn't even need to boost. The high-tech finishing on the podium. Beautiful race from them.
Further back though, we need to check Pixel, Skillmax, and whoever else it was. I've completely forgotten. Spike. Still close together. We'll have to see. Are they going to go to the final straight as well? That'll be Smurge across the line.
Versatile 5th, Dimux 6th place, and then we have that 3-car battle.
Look at this! Oh my lord! Into the final corner. This is going to be close. It's going to come down to that curse. Can anyone steal it here? Is the positions going to stay the same? He closes him off. It looks like the
oh! Spike takes it over Skillmax. Oh, I'm so upset I didn't see that. I was watching them come over the line.
Oh, unlucky, but looks like Brian will come around the corner to take that final points position.
Can you clip it?
I don't have my clipping software on, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm sure that will be clipped.
Yeah, and then
Max,
that'll be
Pixel and Spike. Please clip that. I want to show that on stream later. That was a cool last corner, or like last sector.
Mad Jimbo just out the points now. Skull up in 12th. We've got 15 seconds before the rest of these people will be DNFing. And it looks like most people will, unless Dead Dero and maybe Anthony will make it to the line. Oven just going to miss out. Will mean any penalties will be a grid penalty for the next race. But my oh my. Oh wait, is he not even going to make it? He doesn't. But wow. What a fight to the end, and what a race. Amazing.
We'll get penalty submissions open momentarily. Make sure that you open all three.
Thank you everyone who started watching. 18 viewers now, thank you very much. And we'll have penalties after this. We'll have to see if any positions change, but it looks like M7 will be keeping that win with over a 15-second gap and the fastest lap. That'll be a grand slam for him. No doubt he will be happy with that. And hopefully we can get the drivers in here soon enough for a interview. Peffz just wrapping up with the drivers now and giving them a quick debrief before the end.
Alright, so thank you guys very, very much for coming.
Perfect, Sammy. Thank you very much for that clip,
and
and we'll definitely be
like
using
I
that.
said, penalty submissions.
So yeah,
will be
everyone
open.
that
I
voted
think
the MM7,
that
18
all works.
votes, and
Thank you guys so much
83%
for
said
racing today. It
MM7
was
would take
really, really good
the
racing.
win, and
I
they were
saw
very, very
on
right
track was
about
really,
that.
really fun to
It was
watch and to commentate. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you guys next week. Please don't submit too many penalties. But yeah, thank you everybody very much for joining, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And then I will drag the top 3 into the call if I can. Thank you for letting me race direct. Always an honor. See you guys next week. Bye bye. Yeah.
We will have F1 coming up on Tuesday. I definitely won't be. I'm not going to be driving, but I will definitely be spectating that race, with Kaiser making a return on Tuesday.
Alrighty, there we go. So now the stream can hear you again, Alfie. So
Could they not hear me?
no, you were talking over me and I couldn't focus because I was talking but also listening to
See,
you.
definitely. Right, so I've just been
Yeah,
speaking to no one.
correct. Yes.
Right.
Alrighty, so that was a really, really, really intense and really, really good race. Let me get the Discord thingy set up here. There we are. All right. So then, let's start off with the winner of today's race, MM7. You know, the people are used to just mad impressive driving by you. You know, you are used to putting in those laps and really going for that insane pace. And today we saw the same thing. You just ran away with it from pole position, if I remember correctly. Yes. Please talk us through your race, your strategy. How do you feel? How was it?
There's feedback.
Well, so first of all, it was unfortunate for the team that Max got set back in qualifying and then had to crash with Boren. But for me personally, I was on hards 2 times. Yeah, the start was the most difficult part because you didn't want to have someone jump you at the start, and then I had to keep some people with mediums behind me. But then, yeah, after that it was just driving to the finish.
Really, really good stuff. I'm really impressed. This is your second victory, right? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so starting off the season really strong. You know, your championship challenge is very much on, especially now with Max suffering a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much for racing. It was really impressive, Alfie.
Before we move on, MM, I don't know if you're aware, that was a Grand Slam, I believe. Were you overtaken once? I didn't see it happen once. You got that gap immediately from Versatile. So yeah, fastest lap, winning from pole, and leading every lap. So yeah, what a race from you.
Thanks. Also, since you're born, can you also talk about the end lap? Did you switch places or was it just pure racing?
Yeah, we were following that. That was definitely racing.
You can ask the question.
Yeah, it got very intense.
Coming then, speaking about...
Alright, so what, you just want me to talk right now?
Yeah, Sensi, you know, second place, really, really, really strong showing from you today. Qualifying in 5th, but then making your way all the way up to 2nd with your teammate. You guys were driving on a different level today. High-tech boys really, really taking it to the rest of the grid, bar MM7. How do you feel? What was your strategy? Walk us through your race.
And since he is just muted, I'm going to assume he has had a slight interruption there. Oh, he's back.
Alright, well, I don't know. Well, let's see. So, Boren, he was actually suffering from a very bad headache halfway through the race. It had the team a little worried, but, you know, since Boren's such a freaking beast, he kept his pace up. And then just towards the end, I guess I had more curse on the final straight and ended up just overtaking him. It was a good, we kept up pace. We raced well today, and I want to keep climbing throughout this season.
Yeah, best of luck to you. You know, it's been absolutely wonderful watching you drive. You really, all of the racecraft in F2 this season is just so satisfying to watch. Always great to see you guys on track. Your teammate Borin, Borin, you came in third today, just missing out on that higher step, but high tech, great points for the team. Really, really strong. Actually, highest scoring team of this race, if I'm not wrong. How do you feel? How does this change? No, what does this change for how you approach the season, if anything?
Hey, Borin, you
Peffz,
want to answer this
I'm
question?
not. Yeah, I'm not sure if Baron's gonna talk. He's feeling really sick. He's got his eyes closed
Yeah.
at the moment.
Oh, fair
Alright,
enough.
But I
Borin,
can-
you're
I
free
can-
to go.
Borin,
I
you're
can
free
answer-
to go. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for racing. You soldiered on, came third place. Great showing from you today. Really, really impressive stuff from everybody. Thank you so much for racing and for joining the interviews after.
Before we wrap it up,
Go
I
ahead.
wonder, do we want to speak to Versatile from P2? I mean, he had an amazing race. He's in the other call. Should we drag him in and have a quick talk?
If you want to, feel free, yes.
Versatile, you're on the stream, mate. We wanted to talk P2 from the start. You were looking very aggressive against and then it all went sideways, out of the points. You managed to fight your way back up into them, though. How do you feel after that? It was a chaotic race.
Shit, wait. This, no. Say it again. Sorry, Versatile. Say it again. I had you muted.
I'm quite
yeah.
livid, but it happens. But I think it was just a good race at the end of the day because stuff happens like that, and it just
Yeah, we could see you were getting very hungry for that P1 at the beginning. You were
I
not
was.
giving
Definitely.
any space there at all,
Yeah.
just behind. And then I've completely forgot what happened with that crash there. It was one and then another, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, the first one when I was in P2, my underfloor came off and I spun down to P5,
Ah.
which was
Pain.
just an unlucky coincidence. And then the second one, I just got basically assassinated down to P13.
Yeah,
Oh.
straight into the wall there, I remember. It was,
It was
yeah,
actually
very
into a bush.
unfortunate.
It was-
Oh, wow. Yeah,
hit
I
a
did
bush.
wonder why you took so long to come back out from next to that wall. Yeah, very, very unfortunate there. Thank you very much for talking, though, and
Wait,
for us.
You got assassinated by a bush.
No, squall up. Somebody hit me into a bush.
Okay.
And then,
I've also got a
Okay.
question for you.
Yes.
I saw towards the end you were losing quite a bit of time at points. Were you there under a lot of pressure from both the high tech boys behind you?
No, I was saving up for a fast lap, and then I did some not so well like laps. I was just mostly talking to my engineer. Yeah.
Yeah, smart
Bring
play.
it home.
Stevie, undoubtedly, you've got to be happy with that. A P2 and a P3 for the team. And on to the next race we go. Thank you, everyone, very much for talking. Peffz, I'll pass it back over to you.
I'm eating.
Thanks.
Ah, right, okay. Well, I believe we will wrap it up here. It's been an amazing race from start to finish, full of drama, a chaotic and mad start with many crashes, but also 3-4 wide into that first sector, and the first F2 race at Malaysia. What a race it was. On to F1 on Tuesday. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining the stream. And yeah, we will see you on Tuesday for F1 Malaysia Round 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow the TikTok, subscribe to the YouTube. That's all my promos done. Thank you very much, and Peffz, feel free to end the stream whenever.
All right. See you next week, see you Tuesday, everybody. Bye bye.